Well, hello again, and welcome back to the channel. This time around, I think we'll try and tie up a San Juan worm in a different color. Maybe your fish are heavily pressured and everybody's throwing red, so you can tie it in whatever color you want to. You know, it's up to you. So get a drink, nice cup of tea here. Nothing better on a cold day like we have today in my part of the country. So see if I can get this centered here so that you guys can actually see it. Today I'm going to be using a hook that is a number 8. Like I say, it's a dry fly hook, but it's something I have available. It's small. It'll work for your panfish, your trout, even bass will take a hold of this, so you don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't use a nymph hook or whatever. So we're using just a dry fly hook, a small number 8 dry fly hook is all we're using today. So since we're going to go with black, got some black thread here. We have some flat waxed thread from Danville. So you can see that right there. That's what I got ready to go in the bobbin. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this right behind the, well, we leave a little gap between the eye of the hook and where we start our thread. And so we'll wrap this down the shank of the hook all the way back to the bend. I like to go to the bend. You could probably stop as soon as you hit the hook point. In my case, I'd probably just go a little bit too far because I think I need to be clear at the end, but it's not the case. So I will take it back across and just do wide wraps just to make sure that the thread's secure on the hook before I start attaching the chenille that makes up the San Juan worm. So I have black chenille variegated. It's kind of got some glitter in it. That's what I'm going to use today. So here we go. I got a piece cut off already. Now ideally you want your tail to be 2 times the hook shank length, so we'll just measure that out here. So there's 1, there's 2, my phone's blowing up, and there's 3. So this will be, here's our tail, that's going to be out the back end. So we'll go ahead and secure that with a couple wraps of thread so that we can get this tight enough to start the rest of our body. Okay, so typical San Juan worm, they're going to pull this back, wrap the thread, tie over just behind the hook eye. In this case, I'm going to do this one like I saw McFly Angler do on his channel, the variation of this, and we're going to wrap the chenille around the shank of the hook. So we'll bring the thread up here just behind the hook eye, and then we'll take our chenille and we'll go back here and try to cover this up, pull it tight, and start wrapping it forward. So it only takes 3 or 4 wraps before you're at the point to tie in, to lock it down with your thread. So you can get this locked in and then pull it back and go in there behind it and wrap on the space that you left available behind the hook eye. Then we're going to get our whip finisher out. It's a very handy tool. It'll keep you from going through tubes of super glue and super gluing your fingers together, which is very possible when you use super glue. So 3 or 4 nice tight turns on the whip finisher, and then you can just trim your excess thread off. And then in this case we've tied up underneath it, so it's going to make the head stick up like this, but we don't need it this long, so we're just going to measure the width of my finger from the hook eye, and we are going to cut that excess off. So as you can see, that's basically the finished product. The head front of the worm is sticking up, and so that way it'll float through the water, and that's what you want. I mean, it's not going to float a super amount. It's going to sink once it gets wet. We did not apply lead wire to this, so it will float with the current, so you can fish it by itself, or you can use it as a dropper. It'll slowly sink through the water column depending on how heavy your hook is. Hang on a second, I need to get another drink. But this is a very effective way to catch fish. Some people don't like using, they're like, oh, it's not traditional. Oh, what is traditional about fly fishing these days? We've got $1,000 rods, $1,000 reels, even though all the reel does is hold your line. So in my opinion, I'm okay with it. It doesn't matter to me. If you need to be more traditional, that's okay too. I'm not against it. Whatever helps you catch fish, because after all, the main difference between conventional and fly gear is the fact that conventional gear, all your weight is in the lure, and in fly gear, all your weight is in the line to make the cast out. So hope you enjoyed this little video, instructional video tying up this black San Juan worm. Like I say, if you fish pressured waters, this could be a game changer. You're throwing something different than everybody else or the guy right next to you. So give that a try and see what works for you. All the fish eat worms. Just doesn't matter if they're in cold water or warm water. All the fish eat worms. So get out there and give it a try, and try tying too. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look as pretty as the fly shop flies in the bin, but I've caught lots of fish on ugly flies. I am no professional by any means, but I do like to tie, and the winter time is the perfect time to fill your fly box. So once again, thanks for watching. You should take up tying, give it a try, and get out there and have some fun. It doesn't have to be serious. I mean, just because it's not a traditional material, just go have fun, catch fish, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.